Hello everyone, my name is Zachary as always, and today you read the title, I'm talking about how, in my opinion at least, and well, there's evidence to show for this, but, the multiverse, the idea of the multiverse is currently hurting Marvel in a big way, and post-Endgame is harming Marvel. And as you can see for this video, I chose the screen I'm going to make this video on to be the poster for Endgame, since we are going to talk about Endgame a little bit in this video. Alright, so now we should start. Recently, post-Endgame, we have seen a lot with the multiverse. Different timeline, Loki. We have seen different realities. We have seen... Well, there's an entire animated show which is about the multiverse and different events that could have happened, which I really liked. The animation's nice. I mean, I never actually watched it, but I don't know, I just didn't care for it. Anyhow, the multiverse has really been stopping the MCU from doing what made it great in the first place. Now, when I talk about the MCU, I'm talking about everything before Endgame. I'm talking from Iron Man that released in 2008 all the way up to Infinity War. We're not going to talk about Endgame. We're not going to include Endgame in this list because I feel like that kicked off the problem. Not saying it's bad, I'm just saying I think it kicked off the epidemic of multiverse we have now. What made the MCU great when all this came out is there was a story. Now, when I say a story, I don't mean that there's a story, all these characters together. No. Each movie, whether it be on its own, like the Ant-Man films, the first and the second ones, or whether it be, Iron Man 2 and 3, whether it be together films where it's kind of separate like those, or films like they're together like Age of Ultron or Infinity War. All of them, in a way, built up to one thing, but yet still made it feel like it was its own thing. Now, what I feel like the MCU is doing is that they are making everything build up to one thing, but they are, no matter what film it is all leading up to one thing. It doesn't feel like it's an adventure. And since it's all building up to this one thing, some films feel like side quests. Like the movie Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That movie kind of, in some ways, felt like a side quest to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And still, the movie was great, some parts, but, yeah, so, what Marvel needs to do is it needs to focus and learn from its successful past and push it forward into what we need to get. What we need to get is what we had before. We had individual films that didn't feel like part of the big thing, but still sort of had different little small details that tied in. And yeah, and plus, modern MCU, when I say modern, I mean past Endgame, but I think that post Endgame, I mean, we've lost Captain America. We have lost Iron Man, which, when we lost Iron Man, there have been rumors that Iron Man will return in movies that take place before Endgame, but I don't know. Anyways, so all these characters have gone. Now Marvel doesn't know what to do. Marvel is losing itself, and it's like, oh no, we just killed off like a lot of our characters. Oh yeah, but we have Thor. Yeah. We kind of have the Hulk, but we kind of screwed him up with She-Hulk. We have Ant-Man, but I don't know how much we can do with him until he just gets boring and overused. Rhodey, we've just not done anything with him when we obviously could have. We've had multiple chances. And Thor, nobody really liked his newest movie. So, to be honest, Marvel's in kind of a rough spot right now. But what it needs to do is, it needs to use its characters, introduce new characters, and slowly build off with separate movies and together movies. And dang it, stop making so many TV shows. Like, damn, this is crazy, the amount of TV shows that have came out. Like, seriously. And also, Marvel needs to take its time with how much it's releasing. I mean, quantity over quality, that is Marvel's middle name at this point. Like, this newest phase has had more content than literally any of the other phases. And this phase is probably one of the least popular phases of all of the MCU. At least I think it is. I mean, just look at the ones we've had before. They were way more successful. Nonetheless, I guess this is all just my opinion, and Disney's will probably never listen and is probably going to keep screwing up the MCU, or maybe they'll do something right, but yeah. If you enjoyed this video or any of my other content, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Also, this video is just fun and games. If you don't agree with me, tell me what you think in the comments.